going, everyone? I'll get my screen shared, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So yeah, doing something a little different today. We have some live battles for you guys, and yeah, it's been a while since we did it. The battles team has been working super hard to get the battles, working really well. So we're gonna be doing some live battles today. I'll kind of tell you guys, for those of you that are new to battles, I'll kind of walk you through what it is. But yeah, we do have some free months of FX Replay Pro on the line, so good luck to everybody trying out today. So what are FXR battles? If you aren't familiar within the app, and if you don't have FX Replay accounts, go to fxreplay.com. You can sign up for free. You don't need to have a paid account to participate today. Battles is open to everyone. And you can come here to this Battles tab. And basically, you might be familiar with FX Replay as like a predominantly backtesting platform. You can backtest, go back in time, replay data, test strategies, collect data, and replay and stuff like that. Battles is almost more of like a fun competitive social version of that, with a lot of same tools and everything, but it drops you in a random point in time. You either have to hit a profit target or have a time limit and see who does the best during the during the battle. So yeah, we're gonna be doing 3 different battles today, and literally the winner of each one, as long as it's not me, will win a free month of FX Replay Pro, and we have a way to track that for you guys as we do it. So I think we've given people enough time to get started. We'll have a little bit of time to let people join the battles and stuff, but I do have a man behind the scenes, Refat. He's on the battles team. He's gonna help us set up the battles, and I believe he's gonna be sharing the battle links in the YouTube chat. So as soon as we get that battle link in the chat, I'll let you guys know and we can start hopping in. But I have been practicing. I'll show you guys. We'll see if it translates to the actual battle today or not, or the stream today. But yeah, I mostly do backtesting, to be honest. But the battles is pretty fun. It's definitely a lot more like fun and competitive than just you and your screen with backtesting. So it's fun to kind of test it out a little bit too. So let's see, Refat, you got the battles link ready? Okay, cool. He just hopped in the chat. So yeah, Refat in the chat there is on the battles team, so he's gonna be helping us out getting the battles set up. If you guys want to do this more after the fact, you guys can like make these battles join battles, but we will have a specific link for you guys to join. Then Refat's gonna drop it in the chat here for you guys in just a second. But yeah, we're going to be doing 3 10-minute battles, so it's going to be 10-minute time limit. Pretty much whoever makes the most in that time limit will win. So it's not going to be 10% win and you're done. You got to be consistent over the whole time. But yeah, Refat, whenever you get a chance, can you go ahead and share that first battle link, and we'll go ahead and hop in. Just check on him real quick. And I think, yeah, so we're going to be doing probably just a standard. Oh, cool. Oh, he posted in the chat. Did I totally just miss it? I'll drop it in there too, so we make sure we have it. All right, so we got the battle link. I just put it in the YouTube chat. You guys can hop into that. I'm actually going to find it myself real quick too. This is what's the name of the battle, Refat, in case people are in the app and they want to try and find it. Let's see. Pull it up right here. It is Time Trial 73C if you're in the app. It should be Time Trial 73C. So we'll give people a few minutes to join. You can either click the link that we posted in YouTube, or if you're in the battle screen, just find this find this battle, and you guys can hop in. And while we give people a few minutes to join, we might have some people making accounts for the first time. So we'll give people a few minutes to join, at least a couple more minutes. But let me go over the rules real quick. So we're going to start with 100K accounts. The max risk you can do per trade is 2%. And this is auto enforced. If you just like YOLO a ton of size, it's going to automatically close the trade if you lose 2%. So try to use proper like risk and everything. You got 10% drawdown max, so you can lose up to 10K from that initial balance. And then this daily drawdown is something that's really common with the FTMO, one of the most popular CFD prop firms. Basically, you can't lose more than 5% in a single day. And this means even if you're up 10,000, 15,000 overall, if you lose more than 5% in that single day, you can still be eliminated. So if that means you take 2% risk per trade, don't lose more than two trades in a day. Just go to the next day. and stay alive, I guess. So we'll have that. This is kind of the standard time trial rules. This data basically means like how far back can we go? We can go back and see 12 months of price data, and you can play forward 12 months of price data. So that should be an issue, but if you're trading like weekly charts, just keep it in mind. You're only going to have 12 months of data to play forward. And we kind of have a little bit of everything for this first battle. You've got Euro, Gold, US 30, the Dow, and NQ for you futures traders. So pick whatever asset you want for this first battle. We'll get started in just a second. But we'll take some requests for the next one. I think I'm going to trade US 30 for this first one. I'll trade my old pattern strategy. It's actually one of the first videos I ever did, this 15-minute mechanical rising and falling wedge strategy. So I'll see if I can if I can pull it out. But yeah, we've got 30 seconds left. If you're still trying to join, kind of last shot, and you can join this like a little bit late if you get in. You'll be able to join it after we start as well. It's the time trial 73C. And yeah, for those of you on YouTube, I'm going to be narrating my trades. So if you want to focus on the charts, feel free to mute me or join the battle's voice if you prefer. I think Refat's in there. He's going to be chatting in there. So I know we've got multiple audios going on, but yeah, let's go ahead and kick it off and see how this first battle goes, guys. And yeah, we'll go ahead and try and do some additional assets for some SMT. I see Excited Eagle shared a request for that. So maybe next battle we'll do a couple SMT pairs. But yeah, Refat, let's go ahead and kick it off. We've got about a dozen of us in here so far, and we'll see how this first battle goes. And if you guys join late, you can still join the battle after it starts. So just either join the link or find Time Trial 73C. But yeah, let's get started. All right, so I'm gonna personally remove the chat. Refat's gonna be helping with the chat, but I'm gonna focus on the charts. So I'm gonna be trading US 30. You can pick any of the 4 assets you want. This old strategy I used to trade was on the 15-minute time frame. I usually like to have this bar down here, so I'm kind of just setting up my chart how I like to have it for this. Don't need a whole lot of indicators or anything. I'm mostly just drawing trend lines for this strategy. And then I will use the go-to. I have it set to New York Open, so I'll be going to New York session every day. Over time, you'll be able to see a leaderboard here as people take trades. You can check that if you want. But yeah, let's get into some trades. So go to next New York session. So this is like literally one of the first strategies I ever tested. It's the mechanical rising and falling wedges. And really with trading, you're really just mostly looking for like price to react to certain levels. And that can be fair value gaps. There you go, and big impulse up there. So we probably won't have a retest today. That's a super impulsive reaction. You do need like a little bit of price structure to develop. So these like single bars, I usually just go to the next day when that happens. But basically with this, I was just trying to identify when there are kind of like clear kind of rising and falling wedges, and I'm looking for price to kind of break up out of them if it's a falling wedge, or down if it's a rising wedge. You see, we eventually got a breakout and retest and moved up, but it was kind of after New York session. So going to the next session, let's see, we do have some pretty impulsive price up. I need a little price development for this strategy. So if it's like straight up, I usually just go to the next day. So one potential trend line here, one potential trend line here. And you might laugh, but this strategy, I got some pretty good payouts with this. So we took this high and then we broke down from this trend. Oh, I want to set my time to New York as well. I think it defaults to UTC. So this is like right after open. So this would be like a market entry for me if it's a strong breakout like shortly after open. And I would usually go for like roughly 2R. Maybe we can kind of go for this cluster of lows down here. Tighten up the stop loss just a little bit. We have 10% total drawdown, so I can decide if I want to be a little aggressive or not. I feel pretty good about this trade. Let's go 2%. We'll see if I regret that or not. There wasn't really any trade management with this strategy. It's either win or loss. So now we're back into this lower trend line here. So I might go break even now because we could bounce up off this and kind of. So see if we can get past this other trend line first. Getting close. There we go. Nice TP. All right, let's see. Holy shit. Happy Cat's on one. There's someone crushing so far. Good job, man. If I make the leaderboard, I'll be happy. So let's go to the next session. We've got a little bit of a potential rising wedge now. Yeah, 28% is crazy. I mean, you going for that free month of FX Replay Pro, you got to go for it, man. Let's go to the next session. All right, so pretty big impulse up. We could have some continuation if we can break out. We might actually have a breakout already. So in this strategy, I would often identify like if there's a breakout leading into open, you could potentially have continuation. It's not the best structure, but we did like recently sweep this low. We have kind of a pretty clear kind of consolidating declining wedge. I'll give this one a shot. I feel less confident than I did the other one before, but I do think I'm going to play it forward one candle. Yeah, there we go. So that's a fake breakout. Sometimes this would happen, and I would have to adjust the trend line here. So I'm going to wait to see if we actually break up out of this or not. So there's our breakout. Let's see if we can retest now. We're getting a little later in the day. I usually traded this like market open till like 1, so we got like an hour left. Okay, there's the retest. I was a little late. I can't go back, so we'll see if I can catch. I'm just gonna market and enter now because we already got the retest. I'm gonna see if I can catch like a late move up here. May have to just go to the next session, but I'm gonna see if I can catch this one a little after the fact. I'm looking at 1% because I didn't get the best entry. Let's see if okay. Unfortunately, caught a loss. So yeah, go to the next session. Just going sideways right now. No clear direction either way really. I need to see price kind of taking out highs and lows. So this is also probably not something I would look to trade. Okay, now we're starting to move down a little bit. Do we have a valid breakout here? Yes, we do. Let's see if we can retest this. We may just kind of break out. Okay, it's not really the best pattern. We'll go to the next one. Man, I haven't traded this strategy in a while. It's kind of fun to bring the old one back. But honestly, like most of trading is just finding where price can react to levels, whether that's trend lines or high time frame points of interest for you ICT guys, or supply and demand, or support and resistance. Like there's so many different ways to find reactive price levels. You don't have to just be stuck to like one single frame of thought. I'll probably round this down to like this fair value gap down here. It's like about I usually try to go for like roughly 2R with this. So see if we can catch a breakdown here. I'm going to go for 2%. I don't know if I'm going to catch the guy all the way in front, but we'll see if we can catch something here. Okay, we're in profit now. I could go break even if I wanted. Let's see, how far are we in today? We still got a little time left. We are reacting to these lows, so I'm going to go ahead and protect this. If it comes back up, then I'll at least go break even. Writing it down, we're getting pretty close to close here. Might need to just kind of close this one early. Yeah, I'll take the base hit on this. We didn't quite get to our TP, but I'll go ahead and take what I got with this because I risked 2%. And we'll go to the next session. We got super close to our TP, but not quite. So that was the right decision to close it. Oh my god. Okay, still 28%. So slowly catching up. That's second place. I feel pretty good about that so far. We have 3.5 minutes left. So might want to consider increasing your risk if you're going for that 100%. But if you guys are just practicing, I recommend just keeping the risk pretty consistent. It's a big kind of fake out there. This is kind of a weird one. I'm not seeing like a super clear pattern here, so I'd probably just skip the next day. Needs to be like more obvious. So consolidation here, we have pretty good level here. If we break up out of this, I would feel pretty good about going long. It's a kind of a fake out right there. I'll adjust my trend line to that recent high. Could we have so we have a potential like big falling wedge here. Could consolidate for a while before it breaks up. Do we have a rising wedge? I don't really see one. We recently took this low, so it's more of a falling wedge than rising. Let's see if we can break up out of this. We're kind of faking out, so not interested in taking any trades here. Go to the next session. Maybe we can break up out of it the next day. Here we go. So we've broken up out of this range. I'm going to see if we can come back and retest it. It could happen like very quickly after open. So I'm actually going to go ahead and place a limit order just in case. And I don't know, probably just protect my stop loss with this these order blocks down here. See if I can catch like 2R back up to this like supply zone up here. Place order. This will be let's go 1%. I don't feel super confident, but we'll see if we can get a retest. No retest. I should revise my entry just a tiny bit, but we could get tagged in. Okay, we're just kind of consolidating. Probably don't have an entry today. but I was ready for it if it if it was gonna tag me in. Okay, eventually hit our. Look at that. Like this is why I love this strategy. Like sometimes you can get these crazy reactions to these trend lines. What was once resistance will now be support, whether it's a horizontal level or a trend line. So strategy worked, just not really during the time that I usually trade it. So we got a minute and a half left. Let's see if we can get one more trade. Let's see. Kind of have a recent breakout, but it's not like the most decisive candle. Let's see if we can get like a confirmation. That was a fake out, so I don't want to trade that. May just kind of pull back down a bit. Okay. It's already kind of taken the liquidity, so right idea, just wasn't able to catch that trade. Let's see if we can catch anything last minute. We got one more minute left. We have a pattern right here that we've recently broken down from. Let's see if we can come back and retest this for potential shorts. So a fair value gap here, order block here, kind of two lines of defense is what I like to call it. We'll run it down to this low for like 2R, and let's go 1%. See if we can catch a retest here. There's our retest. Unfortunately, caught a loss. It's all good. So I don't think I'm gonna catch you, Calm Wolf. Oh, he's back to 8%. I could beat him. Let's see if I can get another trade. Go to next session. Man, you got 28%, dude. You're risking it. All right, 26 seconds left. See if we can catch a trade. Man, I don't know if I have anything with this. I might just have to like do something random. Let's just try and take a little short here. We swept these highs. Let's see if we can continue a little bit lower. 10 seconds left. Let's go 2%. Ah, dang it. All right, I think I got second place, but that was fun. Oh, I got like 5th place after that, man. I missed the podium. So let's see. Final result, I got like 4.5%. 5th place, Calm Wolf, congratulations. You've just won a free month of FX Replay Pro. We have a way to, we have the link from the battle we just took and the email that you used to sign up for this FX Replay account. You will get an email from us with instructions on how to get your free month. So don't worry about sharing proof or anything like that. But yeah, congrats, man, and good job to you guys getting up there, and a couple of you guys got it pretty close too. So that was a good first battle, guys. I wasn't looking at any questions. I was mostly focusing on the charts. Yeah, Rifat says he got super close. Someone had an issues with the freeze. So yeah, if you guys have any bugs either during the stream or like anytime you're using the app after that, we have a really great support email. Contact us at fxreplay.com. fxreplay.com. You can share any kind of bugs you're experiencing, anything like that, and they'll be able to help you out. That's gonna be the best way to help report bugs. It is much better than it used to be. I mean, battles only came out a few months ago, so the new refactor is definitely much better than it used to be. They've been putting a lot of work into it. But yeah, congrats to Calm Wolf, and yeah, 5th place, man. I shouldn't have risked on that last one. I wanted that. I wanted to go for first, but yeah, that was fun. Let's do our second battle, and before we get started, let us know in the chat what kind of assets you want. I saw someone wants to have EU and GU. Maybe we can also have like NAS 100 and S&P 500 refat, so we can do the SMT traders. Can have a couple assets, and then let us know what other assets if you guys want. I think we can have up to 5. So just type in the chat if there's any other asset you want specifically, but let's do EU, GU, SPX 500, NAS 100, and then we'll pick kind of one more depending on what people want. So exit this. And yeah, while Refat gets the second battle set up, House of Bathos asked how do battles work. Basically, it's like backtesting with a more competitive environment and with your friends. Like it's the same backtesting infrastructure we have for the kind of main app to get data on your strategy, but it drops you in a totally random point in time, and you're basically just trading price action with whatever instruments you want. To try and see if you can do better than your friends. Essentially, that's kind of how battles work. And yeah, if all three of the battles we're doing today, the winner will get a free month of FX Replay Pro. If I win, the second place person will get a free month. So yeah, we're gonna do two more. So Refat's getting the next one set up. I've got it right here. I will drop it in the link, or I'll put it in the link. So in the YouTube chat, I just put the link for this new battle. And yeah, so Refat, let's do, or I think you already got everything set up. So let me find this link myself, and let's hop into this new one. So I do think you have to join this one directly from the YouTube link, so we don't have just random people from battles joining our competition. So we'll give people a couple minutes. Yeah, good luck, guys. If you guys haven't set up an FX Replay account, just go to fxreplay.com, sign up for free with an email. You should be able to join this just with the link that they shared in the YouTube chat. We'll give people a couple minutes to join in case we have anybody that wants to try this one. Yeah, pick your asset, whatever you want. I think I'm gonna do a little SMT myself. I like to trade a little quarterly theory. For those of you that aren't familiar, where was it? Right here in our FX Replay strategies page. So if you guys want, if you don't really know what trading strategies to test, over the last like 15 months or whatever, I've been doing a ton of streams testing all kinds of different strategies. If you go to resources, trading strategies, you'll be able to see all kinds of different strategies. I recommend like sorting by most popular. You can see all kinds of different strategies: scalping, intraday, swing trading, ICT, non-ICT. This quarterly theory one is one I'm going to actually be testing next. It uses kind of time-based SMT divergence between correlated assets. So maybe one makes a higher high, one makes a lower high, and that's like an indication of potential reversal. So I'm gonna test that out a little bit today. And yeah, you guys can check all these for free. You just have to click get PDF, type in your email. You can get some information, watch some videos. But yeah, it's a good way to check different strategies. And also, like, while we're waiting for people, you can also filter on kind of what makes sense for you. Like, do you like to trade certain assets? Are you a beginner? Maybe you want to stick to more easy, intermediate. Do you prefer scalping, intraday swing? What session do you like to trade, etc. So just a little overview of our strategies page. But yeah, let's go ahead and kick this one off, Rifa. I think we should be good to go. And if you guys weren't able to join yet, you should still be able to join with the link in the YouTube. Just a couple messages above. Looks like yes, someone's trying to join still. But yeah, click the link in the YouTube chat and you should be able to join the battle. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get this one started for another free month of FX Replay. Go ahead and kick it off, Refat. All right, so I'm going to do a little quarterly theory this time. So I'm going to be trading NAS 100 and S&P 500. So kind of set up my layout how I want. This is also going to be an M15. I've been trading M15 more than like lower time frames. It seems to be like a better fit for me. And then the indicator that I like to use for this is custom indicator by FX Replay. I have this like kind of custom set up basically every 6 hours. I have like a session essentially, and it gives me these blocks. I just kind of turned off the background and made the borders clear. And so I save this as like my default when I pull it up. And then I will put the S&P on the other side. So let's go USA 500 here. So I got both my assets, and I'm going to sync these so everything works in real time. So I'll see a date range and interval. I want both of these to sync up. And yeah, basically I'm looking for deviations in price structure to indicate potential reversals during New York session with this. So I'll set this also to New York time. Make sure we're starting on New York time. And see if we can go to the next session. Just give me one sec. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I just had to play for it a little bit. Okay. So we had some bullish SMT a little bit pre-market there and ended up finding a nice push up. Now we are kind of retracing a little bit. So I'm waiting for the next kind of 6 hour session to see if we can find any price divergence. We got a lower low here on NQ, a higher low on ES with a nice engulfing candle. So I'm going to give this a shot here on ES. Probably would just, I'm trying to remember what I did a little optimization on this pretty recently. usually go for about 2R on this as well. And I think I'll measure it off the low from. So I'll measure it off the 6-hour session low, but I'll tighten my stop loss up to like the entry. So place order here. Let's go. I don't know. We just took this recent high here. I don't feel as confident in this trade, so I'm gonna go 1% on this one. And unfortunately, got a first loss the first one. It's all good. We'll go to the next session. We have everything's in sync right now, so not interested in anything yet. We'll go to the next 6-hour session, see if we see any price divergence. Nothing really going on. Everything's pretty well in sync. Go to the next session. We had some bullish SMT at these lows that we saw a nice reversal, but it was during London session, so just not something that I would have caught. Now NQ is pretty close to taking this low, and ES did not. Now I'm looking for a potential entry trigger. I usually like to use either engulfing candles or a precision swing point, but ES ended up catching up, taking the low as well, so she wouldn't have a trade there. So pretty much in sync right now. Let's see if we can find any price divergence with one of them taking the low while the other doesn't. Okay, everything's pretty well in sync. Everything's, they're taking the highs and lows at the same time, so no price divergence there. We could have potential daily bearish SMT if one of these takes this previous high and the other doesn't, so that's kind of what I'm watching for. If NQ maybe takes this high. So we have daily bearish SMT now. NQ took yesterday's high. ES, or the S&P, has not. So we got a nice engulfing reversal to that, so we could play this down. Going for 2R here off the high. And I'll tighten up my stop just a little bit. And we'll go 2% on this. We swept the daily high. Overall, market structure is pretty bearish. I think this could be a good one to actually extend my take profit a little further even. We'll see how it reacts, but I'll start out with a 2% on this one. Let's see if we can get a nice reaction. Okay, unfortunately, another loss. It's all good. We're gonna have some losses with this. So let's see if we can find any other price divergence. We did get a nice rollover. It just pushed up a little bit first before we saw a reversal. So both of them took that high. We're pretty much in sync across the board. Looking for those price divergences before I want to enter. So NQ took the low, ES has not yet. Let's see if we can find a reversal. This is what I would call precision swing point. It's like an indecisive candle of different colors. This is also an entry model that I will use with quarterly theory. So I'll enter, these are all market entries, and usually again going for 2R with these. I don't love that it's a bearish candle that I'm entering in. I'd rather be entering, but it is the relatively stronger pair. So I'll place the order here. Just do 1% on this one. And see if we can catch some move. Hitting a loss streak. No, not looking too good so far. Patrick's crushing though. Good job, man. We've got 4 minutes left. Let's see if I can even get positive with this. I tested it with ES and NQ recently, but obviously the Nasdaq's not at $13,000 anymore, so we could be under a different market condition back here than we were when I was testing it more recently. So everything's in sync. Let's see if we can get some price deviation. Okay, there we go. ES took this high. NQ is not, and this isn't quite an engulfing candle, but it's close enough. I'm gonna give it a shot using, oops, make sure everything loads. Using the 6-hour session high as my kind of stop. We'll measure out 2R here. Probably just down to this fair value gap, be a good target. Tighten up the stop a little bit, and I gotta make up some ground, so let's just go 1% for now. I don't want to get eliminated on stream, that'll be embarrassing. Alright, so if we make another, I'll go break even now. We're about halfway to my take profit. I will at least protect this now. And yeah, I think this fair value gap down here is probably at least a good enough spot to go for our take profits. Probably gonna come back almost came back break even. Let's see if we can go down to our TP. Oh man, got so close. Fortunately, it ran up to 2.81R on me. Man, I was just a little too greedy on this. It stopped a little bit before that fair value gap. So, right idea, just didn't quite catch that one. We got 3 minutes left. Let's see if we can find another one. Looks like we got some people getting eliminated. It's all right. It happens. Happens to all of us. Yeah, and the daily drawdown is tough. If you lose more than 5%, you can maybe we'll turn off the daily drawdown next battle, just so you guys don't have to worry about that. Everything's pretty well in sync right now. Yeah, they're all taking highs and lows at the same time. Let's see if I can find something with the next 2.5 minutes. I want at least like one winning trade. Did we take this high? I think we did. 371633. Yep. So we swept this high and actually formed a precision swing point that I missed. I should have entered here. So I'm a little late on this one. I'm going to see if I can enter on a little bit of a pullback, maybe. I should have entered after this precision swing point right here. Yeah, let's see if we can run this down to like roughly equilibrium of this move up. See if we can rebalance this range. Need to add my midpoints. Where's my settings? Oh well, somewhere in there. There it is. I need the middle. There you go. So I'm going to run this back to the midpoint right here. See if I can enter off of this retrace and catch this. I got tagged in. Let's see if we can continue lower. Man, I'm going to take another loss here. Not a good battle today. I think we would have caught 2R if I would have entered properly on this PSP. So proper entry for this would have been right here. And yeah, we did catch 2R. We would have caught 2R on this. So because I was late, that's why I took that loss. It did give us a nice win. So impulsing up, everything took the new high. I'm going to try and find one more trade in the next minute, but I'm definitely not winning this battle. It's all good. You win some, you lose some. Got on top 5 last battle. I feel decent about that. Oh man, now it's red, making me nervous. Okay, also pretty well in sync. Let's see if we can find any divergence in that next 6-hour session. Come on, ES take that high. Alright, ES took the high, NQ didn't yet. So you can, oh man, NQ just took the high as well. I may not have a trade here. We're at the end, pretty much at the end of the day. Unless I can find something next like 30 seconds. Everything's pretty well in sync. NQ just took that high, ES did not. So we'll go ahead and do a entry here. The last like 10 seconds we have. See if we can run this down for 2% with what we got. 8, 7, 6. Alright, we'll extend this out, see if I can at least like catch something. Go to. Alright. Man, I didn't do great, but I saw at least some of you guys got some profit on that one. Lost 3% on that. Clever dog. Congratulations. Man, this was a tough battle for all of us, it looks like, but sometimes you just have to be the least worst to win a battle. Clever dog, congratulations. Looks like you got the free month of FX Replay Pro, just like I mentioned last time. Oh man, I got eliminated at the end there because that daily drawdown probably went for all at the end. But yeah, we have a link for the battle we just did, and whatever email that you used for this FX Replay account, you will get an email with instructions on how to get the free month of FX Replay Pro. And yeah, we got one more battle left. Someone just said, "Am I late?" We got one more battle left, and we will double check everything. Refought, we might actually need to double check this one because it does look like we have a 3.38 P&L in 4th place versus 0.14. So I'll let you actually figure out who should have won this, but either way, whether it was Jonathan, what's up, man, or Clever Dog, we'll figure out who actually won this and make sure we submit it. This could be a potential bug. I think Refought was saying there still are intermittent bugs, so Jonathan may very well have been a you, but whoever won this, Refought will double check. He'll go back and check the records, and whoever won, we'll shoot you an email. Make sure you guys get the rights. Whoever won this will get a free month of FX Replay Pro. So, third battle, I want to change things up a little bit. I think somebody was mentioned they got knocked out with that daily drawdown. So let's do a custom battle this time, Refought. When you guys if you guys want to make a battle Like I'm just showing you guys how you would do it. You can use this customize option and you can kind of set whatever settings you want. And let's do all the same settings that we would have for the kind of standard time trial, but take off the daily drawdown refot, so that we only have the max drawdown and the 2% risk per trade. And with this, something to kind of give you guys a tip: if you guys don't have a daily drawdown to worry about, try and go for more like swing trades. Try and hold your winners longer and add to them. It's going to be the best way to like get the best results if there's not a daily drawdown limit. So yeah, let's try another one without any daily drawdown and see if we got some swing traders in the house, or people who can hold some winners and add to them. This is something that it's a very difficult skill, but it's something that I definitely like want to work on more over time, because after you get out of the prop firms and stuff, you don't really have to deal with the consistent receive rules and stuff. So if you have a winner that's just running, like let it run. So we got our third battle. Let me grab the link real quick. And yeah, I think I did get some confirmation from the scorekeeper. I think Jonathan, you did win that second battle. So congratulations, and yeah, we'll make sure you get an email with how to get that free month. So we got a third battle. We just shared it in the chats. Make sure to grab the link, and we'll grab this third battle. This one should not have a daily drawdown. So no daily drawdown in this one. We do have the 2% risk per trade. We do have the 10% max drawdown. You've only got 3 months of live data and 6 months of past data. So just keep that in mind. If you're trying to trade like 4-hour or daily candles, you don't have too much runway to deal with. It's maybe better to use like 15-minute, 1-hour candles max. And we've got a good variety of assets here. Let's see if we want some to run. Gold's been running pretty well lately, but I'm going to try the NASDAQ. We usually get some pretty good impulsive days with that. We'll see if I can take some swing trades on NQ a little bit. So give maybe 1 more minute for people to join. Again, this is a little different. This battle specifically does not have daily drawdown. So you could be up positive $10,000 in P&L and come back break even in the same day, and it'll just be a break even trade. It won't eliminate you. You could also try to add to that and continue to hold it longer. So little practice for you guys of how to potentially hold your winners and add to them over time. I think that's going to be whoever wins this is going to be doing well. So maybe 30 more seconds refot, and then we'll kick off this last and final battle. Again, winner will win a free month of FX Replay Pro. And yeah, I think somebody just realized how they got knocked out. Yeah, if you have the daily drawdown, you can't lose more than $5,000 in a day, even if it's like floating P&L. That's how it works with FTMO and some other prop firms. So yeah, if you're wondering how you got eliminated when you were in the green, that's probably what it was from. So yeah, I think we can go ahead and kick this off, refot. Good luck, everyone, on the last battle, and we'll see who's the best swing trader for the last battle where we don't have a daily drawdown. I personally haven't tested a whole lot of swing trading strategies on the NASDAQ, so I'm honestly just going to be kind of trying to read some high time frame candles, and just trying to identify what the trend is and where we are likely heading, and then I might try and use some like lower time frames for actual execution. So overall price structure, we had a pretty bearish trend down. We shifted structure to the upside. We kind of rebalanced that range, and now we are continuing higher. So I do think the draw is going to be like this 4-hour high for kind of our next, and likely it would take kind of both of these at the next points. I feel like the draw in this case, draw on liquidity, is going to be to the upside, just based on reading the kind of price action. We're coming into New York session. Actually, we just finished it. So go to New York session, see where we're at. So I think we're going to head higher overall. So that's kind of my draw on the high time frame. And then on 15 minutes, what kind of structure do we have to work with? We've kind of pushed down a little bit into these fair value gaps. I want to see us dig into these a little bit further, to maybe get a proper entry and see if we can find some sort of reaction. This is what I want. So I wanted to kind of look for a potential level of interest and see if price actually reacting to that level. We kind of reacted to this lower fair value gap down here. Really bullish engulfing candle for you IFVG traders. We got a little IFVG here, inverse fair value gap. So I think this is a pretty decent spot to take along. I'll look for like a little retrace into it, and I want to see if I can hold this for a while. Let's see if we can kind of break up out of this. and eventually run to our take profit. Like I'm gonna try and hold this for a while. I usually don't do this, but we'll give it a shot. We'll go 1% to start, and I might try and add to this over time. So we got tagged in. Okay, unfortunately got a loss in the first one. It's not quite ready to move up yet. Let's go to the next session. Consolidating a little bit more. We kind of swept some interim lows right here. We had some relative equal lows here. Took them, now we're coming up. So I'm still a bullish bias. The last 1 hour candle was pretty bullish after some indecision. So still kind of trying to identify an opportunity to take some longs. Maybe if we can sweep these kind of two relative equal lows here and then move up. Okay, we just impulsed up immediately. That kind of messes up my game plan. So now I'm trying to like chase this. I'm trying to look for an entry while we're already along this. So I'm trying to find, I don't know, maybe some sort of equilibrium of this move. If we kind of rebalance this level, I'd be interested in joining, you know, hopping on a little late if I can. If it just impulses up, I don't really want to chase it too late. I'd rather see us kind of rebalance in here. So let's see if we can pull back at least a little bit. I'm going to be a little annoyed if we just run to that take profit and I don't get any any trades. Okay, good. We got a nice pullback here. Let me just make sure this isn't like too big of a pullback. So we still have that draw there. We ended up sweeping this kind of interim high, and you know, when you sweep these high time frame levels, you can often get some pretty good reactions. I feel like general trend is still bullish, but now we are not as clear, not as clean as we were. Like we've kind of shifted market structure on the 4 hour time frame, so a little less clear to be honest. Feel like we could pull up into this 4 hour fair value gap and continue a little lower, but we also are reacting to this bullish 4 hour. I'll see if I can catch some longs. So I still think we are overall trending higher, but I mean I want to see some kind of liquidity swept and reversal, or maybe we'll just kind of impulse up to start. So we got a fair value gap here. I'm going to see if I can catch some sort of reaction to this fair value gap. I'll play some candles and see if we actually get it. There we go. We're actually starting to get some price action reacting to this fair value gap. So we'll see, assuming that this holds, let's see if we can start pushing back to the upside. We'll go 1% here. Again, I'm not crazy confident that I've caught this perfectly yet. So we may need to move a little lower first. There we go. And this is going to be a good example for you guys, showing what trading with a strategy looks like versus trading without a strategy. I am trying to find things that make sense, but I don't like have a plan as well as like I normally would with a strategy. So I think like that's why backtesting is super important, so that you have like, you actually know like what you're trying to do instead of just kind of like randomly taking trades that may work or may not. You don't have the data to like support what you're doing. Let's see if I can take a second attempt on this. Again, just kind of assuming that this kind of demand zone would hold. Let's see if we can finally catch a move up. Okay, we're moving up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and protect break even now. This could be a trade that I'm gonna try and hold a little bit. Actually, literally just gonna go to the next session and hope that we kept going up. There we go. All right, we got some nice floating P&L here. We're up 7,300 so far. Oh my god, Happy Cat crushing, dude. Good job. 29,000. Good job. So I'm gonna try and add to this now, which is something that's also very difficult to do. Let's say I want to try and come back to at least like equilibrium of this leg down. We may not come all the way back up to those highs, but we should at least come back to like equilibrium here. So I'm gonna leave my take profit kind of where it is right there, and I'm gonna see if I can find an opportunity to enter this trade. Enter like an add to this. Kind of taking some highs, kind of just consolidating, to be honest. I don't see anything super great to add to this yet. I still think the take profit's good for this floating P&L trade I have. We at least swept some local lows here. Let's see if we can get an add here after we swept this low. The only thing is like the time. What are we at? 1300. We're pretty late in the day. We got 3 minutes left. I'm gonna go to the next session. It may run up there, but I don't want to take this like super late in the day. So still hoping it comes back up to this take profits. We've kind of impulsed up, consolidated. Hopefully we get another leg higher here. I'm actually going to try and go a little aggressive here with a bit of like a stop order if we can get some sort of like indecisive candle here. So we've got an indecisive candle in this fair value gap. I'm actually going to use a stop order, see if we can impulse up through this, but I don't want to enter before then. And we'll try and add like 2% to this one. if we can catch an entry into this. There you go. Nice impulse up. If you have an indecisive candle, it may reverse, but it doesn't have to. So this is where those stop orders can be helpful to try and catch those moves at proper points. I was hoping it would keep going, but unfortunately it just came right back on me. It got rejected by this balance price range. And ultimately did not even come back to equilibrium. How dare it? So holding trades and adding to them is very difficult. It's definitely something that is going to take a lot of practice. It's something I'm definitely going to have to work on a lot more over time. But yeah, unfortunately couldn't quite get to my TP on that case. So we're heading lower. We'll go to the next New York session, see where we end up. We've finally come down to this like kind of trend line right here. Let's see if we can maybe catch a reaction to this third hit of this trend line and maybe start kind of coming back upwards. I want us to reclaim it with some strength. It's not like the most decisive candle. Okay, we're kind of just losing it right now. So yeah, we lost this trend line. NQ, from my experience, doesn't respect trend lines as well as other pairs. So overall was bullish, expecting continuation here. But after we shifted market structure bearish here, order flow was obviously bearish and probably would have been better to flip bias. But I was, I guess, still focused on this high up here. So we flipped bearish. I'm hoping we get a reaction to this low. There's the low. And see if we can get like a nice reversal now that we swept that low. We might need to go to the next session. And we took that low. I'm going to hope that we get some like pretty bullish price action here. Now that we've taken out kind of all the lows and we need to come back and rebalance like this whole thing. So from all the way up here down, we basically like have a price that's like unbalanced. I'm going to see if I can catch a YOLO trade back up to this at market entry. I'll take a couple attempts if I need to. So I got stopped at the first one. That's also happened sometimes. So do one more attempt. We can push up. There we go. One more attempt here. See if we can break to the upside here. See, it's probably going to pull back a little bit. Give me a little better entry. So I'll save here. Man. I'm just not trading MQ well today. So yeah, bearish bias. Should have just kind of flipped my bias and taken some shorts. I was longing too much. But looking at the leaderboard, Happy Cats looks like he's just sitting on his one and done. Good job, I guess. You got the big win that you needed, and congrats to everyone else that made the leaderboard. I had one good battle and the rest, c'est la vie this day. But battles are fun. Like it's definitely something a little different. I'll try one last attempt here. Immediate loss. Oh man. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me lose the last battle. But congrats, Happy Cat. You crushed it. Looks like you had a killer. Lost 11%. I got eliminated. But congrats, Happy Cats. You won. Yeah, so you go from 59 to 49. Did Happy Cat win the first battle? Refat, can you confirm? I'm trying to remember if this is the same killer we had from the first battle, or was it someone else? Okay, cool. I think you got like close the first battle. Okay. So yeah, congrats, man. Good job. You've won a free month of FX Replay Pro. Yeah, we will send you an email so you can get that free month of FX Replay Pro. And yeah, good job getting close on the leaderboard again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want us to do more of these, let us know. We will try and bring them into the mix a little bit more. That's going to be it for today. We only had time for those 3 battles. But we will try to do this a little bit more. Now that we have like a pretty, kick-ass battles, it works for the most part now. There's obviously still going to be some bugs and things like that, and continue to share us feedback on any bugs or anything else you guys see, any suggestions and enhancements. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab a couple links for you guys so you can share those specifically in the YouTube. So we have a features request form. If you have something that you would like to see, here's a link for that. If you have like a feature request or something you want to add, I think someone was saying I'd love to see like the countdown of the candles, like you can see like until it closes. If you have a bug, we've also got a form for that, so I'll drop that in here. We want your guys' feedback. That's like the basically the whole way we design this this tool is through your guys' feedback. What features do you want? What's something that's going to make it a better experience for you guys? So feel free to share those bugs. Looks like you guys, a couple of you had some things that came up during this, so definitely feel free to share it with us. And yeah, if you guys want to do battles, you don't have to wait for these streams. You can join any of these existing battles at any time you want. You can set up new battles yourself. You can invite your friends. All battles are totally free. You don't have to have a paid account. We may eventually give a slight advantage to those on the paid plans, but not too much. But for now, everything's totally free, fair game for everyone. And yeah, with that, we'll wrap it up again for the winners. Congrats on getting your free month of FX Replay Pro. We will send you an email with whatever email you signed up on FX Replay with instructions on how to get that free month. So congrats and good job. Good job getting the free month. And yeah, with that, we'll wrap it up. And hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. We'll catch you later, everyone. See ya.